a maskil set to the tune of Mahalat. It is nearly identical to Psalm 14 with a few differences, most notably the consistent use of Elohim for God and slight wording variations. The psalm confronts the folly of denying God, declares the universal corruption of humanity, shows God's judgment on the wicked who oppresses his people, and ends with a longing for Israel's salvation and restoration. This is a 100-question quiz test of the text, primarily New International Version. Key verses, themes, structure, historical, literary notes, and basic application. Each question has 4 options A to D. The correct answer appears immediately after the question. Question number 1. Who is the traditional author of Psalm 53? A. Moses. B. David. C. Solomon. D. Asa. The correct answer is B. David. Question 2. What musical or literary theme appears in the title of Psalm 53? A. Maskil. B. Miktam. C. Shikyon. D. Tehillah. The answer is A. Maskil. According to the title, Psalm 53 is set according to what? A. Jitstit. B. Mahalat. C. Alamot. D. Sheminite. The answer is B. Mahalat. Question 4. Psalm 53 is addressed for the director of music. True or false in the title? A. True. B. False. C. Only in some manuscripts. D. Not mentioned. The answer is A. True. Question number 5. The opening word of Psalm 53 are A. The Lord is my shepherd. B. The fool says in his heart, there is no God. C. Bless the Lord, O my soul. D. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. Answer is B. The fool says in his heart, there is no God. Question number 6. In Psalm 53 verse 1, where does the fool says there is no God? A. With his lips. B. In his heart. C. Before the assembly. D. In the temple. The answer is B. In his heart. Question number 7. According to Psalm 53, what are the people who deny God described as? A. Wise and understanding. B. Corrupt and their ways are vile. C. Righteous and upright. D. Seeking after truth. The correct answer is B. Corrupt and their ways are vile. Question number 8. Psalm 53 verse 1 states, there is no one who does what? A. Evil. B. Good. C. Justice. D. Mercy. The answer is B. Good. Question number 9. In verse 2, from where does God look down? A. From the mountains. B. From heaven. C. From Zion. D. From the sanctuary. Answer is B. From heaven. Question number 10. God looks down on all mankind to see if there are any who dash A. Are rich. B. Understand and seek God. C. Build temples. D. Offer sacrifices. The answer is B. Understand and seek God. Question 11. What is the result of God's search in verse 3? A. Many seek him. B. Everyone has turned away. All have become corrupt. C. A remnant is found. D. Only Israel is faithful. The correct answer is B. Everyone has turned away. All have become corrupt. Question number 12. Psalm 53 verse 3 repeats that there is no one who does good. A. Except a few. B. Not even one. C. Among the Gentiles only. D. In the last days. Answer is B. Not even one. Question number 13. Verse 4 asks, Do all these evildoers know nothing? What do they do to God's people? A. Teach them. B. Devour them as though they are eating bread. C. Protect them. D. Ignore them. Answer is B. Devour them as though they are eating bread. Question number 14. According to verse 4, the evildoers never dash. A. Work hard. B. Call on God. C. Sleep. D. Fight. Answer is B. Call on God. Question 15. In verse 5, the wicked are described as overwhelmed with dash. A. Joy. B. Bread. C. Wisdom. D. Peace. The answer is dread, which is B. Question 16. Where was there nothing to dread, yet the wicked were overwhelmed with dread? A. In a temple. B. Where there was nothing to dread. C. In battle. D. In exile. The answer is B. Where there was nothing to dread. Question 17. What did God do to the bones of those who attacked his people? A. Bury them honorably. B. Scatter them. C. Preserve them. D. Heal them. The answer is B. Scattered them. Question number 18. God put the attackers to shame because he dashed. A. Loved them. B. Despised them. C. Forgave them. D. Forget them. Answer is B. Despise them. Question number 19. The final verse in 6 expresses a longing. Oh, that salvation for Israel will come out of dash. A. Egypt. B. Zion. C. Babylon. D. Heaven only. The correct answer is B. Zion. Question 20. When God restores his people, what should Jacob and Israel do? A. Mourn. B. Rejoice and be glad. C. Remain silent. D. Flee. The answer is B. Rejoice and be glad. Question number 21. Psalm 53 is almost identical to which other psalm? A. Psalm 1. B. Psalm 14. C. Psalm 23. D. Psalm 51. The answer is B. Psalm 14. Question number 22. One main difference between Psalm 53 and Psalm 14 is the name used for God. Psalm 53 primarily uses dash. A. Yahweh. B. Elohim. C. Adonai. D. El Shaddai. The correct answer is B. Elohim. Question 23. The Hebrew word for fool in Psalm 53 verse 1, Nabal, primarily refers to dash. A. Intellectual stupidity only. B. Moral and spiritual senselessness. C. Physical weakness. D. Youthful inexperience. The correct option is B. Moral and spiritual senselessness. Question number 24. Which New Testament passage quotes part of Psalm 53 or the parallel Psalm 14? A. Matthew 5. B. Romans 3:10-12. C. John 3:16. D. Hebrews 11. The correct answer is B. Romans 3 verses 10 down to 12. Question number 25. Paul uses of the psalm in Romans emphasizes that A. Only Gentiles are sinners. B. Both Jews and Gentiles are under sin. C. The law alone saves. D. Works justify. The correct answer is B. Both Jews and Gentiles are under sin. Question number 26. The title Man's Kill suggests the psalm is A. A song of praise only. B. A contemplative or instructional psalm. C. A battle cry. D. A lament for the dead. Answer is B. A contemplative or instructional psalm. Question number 27. Mahalat in the title is most likely A person's name. B. A musical term or tune name. C. A place name. D. A type of sacrifice. The correct answer is B. A musical term or tune name. Question number 28. Psalm 53 belongs to which book of the Psalter? A. Book 1. B. Book 2. C. Book 3. D. Book 5. The answer is B. Book 2. Question number 29. The main theme of the opening of Psalm 53 is dash. A. The prosperity of the righteous. B. The folly and corruption of those who deny God. C. The beauty of creation. D. The history of Israel. The correct answer is B. The folly and corruption of Israel. Praise the Lord. Question number 30. God's looking down from heaven in verse 2 shows his dash. A. Distance and disinterest. B. Omniscience and evaluation of humanity. C. Need for information. D. Limitation. The correct answer is B. Omniscience and evaluation of humanity. Question number 31. The repeated statement, there is no one who does good, not even one, stresses dash. A. Partial human goodness. B. Universal human sinfulness. C. The goodness of angels. D. Future improvement. The correct answer is B. Universal human sinfulness. Question number 32. Eating God's people as though eating bread in verse 4 pictures dash. A. Casual everyday oppression. B. A formal meal. C. Sacrificial worship. D. Sharing resources. The answer is A. Casual everyday oppression. Question number 33. The sudden dread of the wicked in verse 5 illustrates dash. A. Their own wisdom. B. God's unexpected judgment. C. Natural disasters only. D. Human guilt feelings alone. The correct answer is B. God unexpected judgment. Question number 34. Scattering the bones of the attacker is a vivid image of dash. A. Honorable burial. B. Complete defeat and disgrace. C. Resurrection. D. Healing. The correct answer is B. Complete defeat and disgrace. 35. The closing prayer for salvation from Zion looks forward to dash. A. Political independence only. B. God's restorative intervention for his people. C. Building a new temple immediately. D. Exile continuing. Answer is B. God's restorative intervention for his people. Question 36. David, Jacob and Israel in verse 6 refers to dash. A. Two different nations. B. God's covenant people. C. Individual persons only. D. Gentile believers. The correct answer is B. God's covenant people. 37. Psalm 53 teaches that denying God is closely linked to dash. A. Greater moral excellence. B. Moral corruption and vile behavior. C. Neutral lifestyle. D. Intellectual superiority. The answer is B. Moral corruption and vile behavior. 38. The psalm presents God's people as dash. A. Never attacked. B. Under attack and needing deliverance. C. Always victorious without help. D. Self-sufficient. The answer is B. Under attack and needing deliverance. Question 39. The hope expressed in verse 6 is ultimately fulfilled in dash. A. Human effort alone. B. God's future restoration and ultimately in Christ. C. Military strength. D. Political alliances. The answer is B. God's future restoration and ultimately in Christ. 40. Which statement best summarizes the structure of Psalm 53? A. Praise history to law. B. Fully of unbelievers. God verdict on humanity. Judgment on oppressors. Hope for Israel. C. Confession, forgiveness, thanksgiving. D. Creation, fall, redemption. The correct answer is B. Folly of unbelievers. God's verdict on humanity. Judgment on oppressors. Hope for Israel. Question 41. In the Hebrew numbering, Psalm 53 verse 1 to 6 corresponds roughly to verses dash. A. 1 to 6, B. 2 to 7 in some traditions, C. 53 only, D. none of the above. The answer is B. 2 to 7 in some traditions. Question 42. The Psalms message about universal corruption is used by Paul to prove dash A. the sufficiency of the law, B. the need for justice by faith, C. that only Jews need salvation, D. that works can save. The correct answer is B. the need for justification by faith. 43. There is no God in the fool's heart means primarily dash A. philosophical atheism only, B. practical denial of God's relevance and authority, C. agnosticism, D. polytheism. The correct answer is B. practical denial of God's relevance and authority. Question 44. God despised the attackers means he dash A. overlooked their action, B. held them in contempt and rejected them, C. rewarded them, D. converted them immediately. The correct answer is B. held them in contempt and rejected them. Question 45. The phrase overwhelmed with dread, where there was nothing to dread, shows dash A. imaginary fear only, B. sudden divine terror falling on the secure wicked, C. natural panic, D. fear of animals. The correct answer is B. sudden divine terror falling on the secure wicked. Question 46. Psalm 53 encourages believers by showing them that A. God ignores the wicked, B. God sees, judge, and will ultimately deliver his people, C. oppression never ends, D. human goodness is enough. The correct answer is B. God sees, judges, and will ultimately deliver his people. Psalm 47. The psalm is classified among the dash A. wisdom psalms, contemplative psalms, B. royal psalms only, C. imprecatory psalms exclusively, D. halal psalms. The answer is A. wisdom psalms / contemplative psalms. Question 48. Compared with Psalm 14, Psalm 53 omits the reference to dash A. the fool, B. a refuge for the poor, present in Psalm 14 verse 6, C. looking down from heaven, D. salvation from Zion. The correct answer is B. a refuge for the poor, present in Psalm 14 verse 6. Question 49. The repeated there is none who does good underscores dash A. relative morality, B. absolute human inability apart from God, C. that children are innocent, D. that some churches, some cultures are better. The correct answer is B. absolute human inability apart from God. Question number 50. The longing, oh, that salvation will come out of Zion, is a prayer for dash A. personal wealth, B. national and spiritual restoration, C. more laws, D. isolation from other nations. The correct answer is B. national and spiritual restoration. Question 51. Who is the primary audience implied for the instruction of this mass skill? A. only the choir, B. God's people facing opposition and needing perspective, C. foreign keys, D. priests only. The correct answer is B. God's people facing opposition and needing perspective. 52. The evildoers in verse 4 are characterized by dash A. calling on God regularly, B. oppressing God's people and never calling on God, C. building altars, D. studying scriptures. The correct answer is B. oppressing God's people and never calling on God. Question 53. God's scattering of bones is an image of dash A. Peaceful death. B. Total military moral defeat. C. Resurrection hope. D. Natural decay only. The answer is B. Total military and moral defeat. Question 54. The psalm ends on a note of dash. A. Despair. B. Hope and anticipated joy. C. Anger only. D. Silence. The correct answer is B. Hope and anticipated joy. Question number 55. When God restores his people points to dash. A. Continuous decline. B. Divine action of bringing back / restoring. C. Human political reforms only. D. Permanent exile. The correct answer is B. Divine action of bringing back restoration. 56. The fool's denial is internal in his heart, showing that A. Outward profession is all that matters. B. True belief or unbelief is a matter of the heart. C. Actions never matter. D. Words are more important than thought. The correct answer is B. True belief or unbelief is a matter of the heart. 57. Psalm 53 contributes to the biblical doctrine of dash. A. Universal sin. Total depravity in the sense of no one seeking God unaided. B. Human perfectibility. C. Salvation by work. D. Limited divine knowledge. The answer is A. Universal sin, total depravity in the sense of no one seeking God unaided. 58. The phrase all have become corrupt in verse 3 indicates dash. A. Partial corruption. B. Comprehensive moral decay. C. Only ritual impurity. D. Temporary failure. The answer is B. Comprehensive moral decay. Question 59. God looking to see if there are any who understand implies he seeks dash. A. Intellectual ability alone. B. Those who have spiritual insights and pursue him. C. Military strategies. D. Wealthy patrons. The answer is B. Those who have spiritual insights and pursue him. Question 60. The Psalm's message is relevant today because A. Atheism and practical godlessness still produce moral corruption. B. It only applied to ancient Israel. C. Technology has solved the problem. D. People no longer oppress others. The correct answer is A. Atheism and practical godlessness still produce moral corruption. Question 61. In the context of Book 2 of the Psalms, Elohim emphasizes dash. A. The covenant's name only. B. God as creator and sovereign judge over all. C. Local deities. D. Human kings. The correct answer is B. God as creator and sovereign judge over all. Question 62. The attackers who attacked you in verse 5 are opposed to dash. A. The psalmist / God's people. B. Foreign nations only. C. Nature. D. Themselves. The correct answer is A. The psalmist / God's people. 63. Putting the wicked to shame means dash. A. Embarrassing them publicly and defeating them. B. Giving them gifts. C. Ignoring them. D. Praising them. The answer is A. Embarrassing them publicly and defeating them. 64. The joy of Jacob and Israel in verse 6 is the proper response to dash. A. Continued oppression. B. God's restoration. C. Self-achievement. D. Military victory alone. The answer is B. God's restoration. 65. A duplicate with 65. Psalm 53 can be seen as dash. A duplicate with purposeful emphasis for a new situation. B. an accidental copy. C, a later invention. D, unrelated to Psalm 14. The answer is A duplicate with purposeful emphasis for a new situation. Question 66. The fool in biblical wisdom literature is primarily one who dash A, lacks education, B, rejects the fear of the Lord, C, is young, D, is poor. The answer is B, rejects the fear of the Lord. 67. God's perspective from heaven reveals that human claims of goodness are dash A, accurate, B, exposed as false, C, partially true, D, irrelevant. The correct answer is B, exposed as false. 68. The devouring of God's people is presented as dash A, unusual and rare, B, habitual and effortless for the wicked, C, accidental, D, justified. The correct answer is B, habitual and effortless for the wicked. Question 69. The sudden dread of the wicked serves as warning that A, security without God is illusory, B, fear is always irrational, C, God never judges, D, only the righteous feel dread. Answer is A, security without God is illusory. 70. The hope of salvation out of Zion connects to dash A, Jerusalem as the place of God's presence and deliverance, B, any random location, C, Egypt, D, Babylon. The answer is A, Jerusalem as the place of God's presence and deliverance. Question number 71. Psalm 53 teaches that true understanding is linked to dash A, seeking God, B, accumulating wealth, C, political power, D, artistic skills. The correct answer is A, seeking God. 72. The Psalm's diagnosis of humanity is dash A, optimistic about natural goodness, B, realistic and sobering about sin, C, focus on one nation, D, temporary. The correct answer is B, realistic and sobering about sin. 73. God's action of scattering bones is an act of dash A, mercy towards the attackers, B, judgment and vindication of his people, C, neutrality, D, confusion. The correct answer is B, judgment and vindication of his people. 74. The final verse turns from description to dash A, more accusation, B, prayer and hope, C, historical narrative, D, legal code. The correct answer is B, prayer and hope. Question 75. Believers can take comfort from Psalm 53 because of dash A, God is unaware of justice, B, God sees the oppression of his people and will act, C, oppression is permanent, D, human solutions are sufficient. The correct answer is B, God sees the oppression of his people and will act. Question number 76. The corruption described is both dash A, individual and corporate, B, only individual, C, only corporate, D, non-existence. The correct answer is A, individual and corporate. Question 77. Vile ways in verse 1 refers to dash A, ordinary daily habits, B, abominable and morally disgusting behavior, C, cultural traditions, D, religious rituals. The correct answer is B, abominable and morally disgusting behavior. 78. The psalm uses in Romans shows continuity between dash A, Old and New Testament on human sins, B, law and grace as opposite, C, Israel and the church as unrelated, D, works and faith as equal. The correct answer is A, Old and New Testament on human sin. Question 79. Practical atheism living as if there is no God leads to dash A. Greater virtue, B. Moral and social breakdown, C. Better science, D. Stronger communities automatically. The correct answer is B. Moral and social breakdown. Question number 80. The restoration of God's people will result in dash A. Mourning, B. Rejoicing and gladness, C. Continued fear, D. Silence. The correct answer is B. Rejoicing and gladness. Question 81. Psalm 53 is a call to recognize dash A. Human self-sufficiency, B. The necessity of seeking God and the reality of judgment, C. That all religions are equal, D. That God is absent. The correct answer is B. The necessity of seeking God and the reality of judgment. Question 82. The children of men / all mankind in verse 2 refers to dash A. Israelites only, B. All humanity, C. Kings only, D. Priests only. The correct answer is B. All humanity. Question 83. God despising of the wicked is dash A. Arbitrary, B. A just response to their attack on his people and denial of him, C. Temporary emotion, D. Unrelated to his action. The correct answer is B. A just response to their attack on his people and denial of him. Question 84. The psalm balances diagnosis of sin with dash A. Hopelessness, B. Hope in God's saving action, C. Human reform programs, D. Denial of problem. The correct answer is B. Hope in God's saving action. Question number 85. Studying Psalm 53 should lead believers to dash A. Pride in their own goodness, B. Humility about human nature and trust in God's deliverance, C. Despair, D. Indifference. The correct answer is B. Humility about human nature and trust in God's deliverance. Question number 86. The title indicates the psalm was intended for dash A. Private reading only, B. Public worship, the director of music, C. Royal court exclusively, D. Children only. The correct answer is B. Public worship, the director of music. Question number 87. The near identity with Psalm 14 suggests dash A. Careless editing, B. Intentional reinforcement of the same truth for a new context, B. Two unrelated authors, D. Latter addition of little value. The answer is B. Intentional reinforcement of the same truth for a new context. Question number 88. The wicked knowing nothing in verse 4 in the sense that they dash A. Lack information, B. Lack spiritual understanding and the fear of God, C. Are uneducated, D. Cannot read. The correct answer is B. Lack spiritual understanding and the fear of God. 89. God's people are pictured as vulnerable yet dash A. Abandoned, B. Ultimately defended and vindicated by God, C. Self-defending, D. Unimportant. The correct answer is B. Ultimately defended and vindicated by God. Question 90. The joy of Israel in the end is tied to dash A. Their own strength, B. God's restoration, C. Foreign alliance, D. Economic prosperity alone. The correct answer is B. God's restoration. Psalm 91. Question 91. Psalm 53 warns against dash A. Seeking God, B. The practical denial of God that produces corruption and oppression, C. Prayer, D. Hope. The correct answer is B. The practical denial of God that produces corruption and oppression. Question 92. The Psalm's closing prayer models dash A. Self reliance. B. Longing for God's intervention and the joy it will bring. C. Resignation. D. The anger of God. Answer is B. Longing for God's intervention and the joy it will bring. Question number 93. In light of Romans 3, Psalm 53 helps establish dash A. That some people are naturally righteous. B. That all are under sin and need the gospel. C. That the law is unnecessary. D. That only Gentiles need Christ. The correct answer is B. That all are under sin and need the gospel. Question number 94. The image of scattered bones conveys dash A. Temporary setback. B. Irreversible defeat and shame. C. Future honor. D. Natural processes only. The correct answer is B. Irreversible defeat and shame. Question 95. Believers today can apply Psalm 53 by dash A. Ignoring injustice. B. Recognizing universal need for grace and trusting God's ultimate justice and restoration. C. Trusting human systems alone. D. Denying the reality of evil. The correct answer is B. Recognizing universal need for grace and trusting God's ultimate justice and restoration. Question 96. The full statement is not merely intellectual but dash A. Affects the whole life and leads to corruption. B. Harmless opinion. C. Private only. D. Commendable. Answer A. Affects the whole life and leads to corruption. 97. God's looking down is an act of dash A. Curiosity. B. Sovereign evaluation and eventual judgment. C. Weakness. D. Distance. The correct answer is B. Sovereign evaluation and eventual judgment. Question 98. The psalm moves from diagnosis to dash A. Condemnation without hope. B. Judgment on the wicked and hope for the people of God. C. Celebration of human progress. D. Legalism. The correct answer is B. Judgment on the wicked and hope for the people. Question 99. The ultimate salvation for Israel out of Zion finds its fullest expression in dash A. Political independence alone. B. The coming of the Messiah and the gospel. C. Temple rituals only. D. Military victories only. The correct answer is B. The coming of the Messiah and the gospel. So finally, we are on question number 100. The main takeaway of Psalm 53 is dash A. Humanity is basically good. B. Denying God is folly that leads to corruption. C. God sees, judges the wicked, and will restore his people. Therefore, seek him and hope in his salvation, because he is present. D. Only the strong survive. The correct answer is no doubt B. Denying God is folly that leads to corruption. God sees, judges the wicked, and will restore his people. Therefore, seek him and hope in his salvation. So there, my viewers, we have come to the end of this quiz. How well do you know Psalm 53? What is your score? You can see that Psalm 53 confronts us with the sobering reality of human sin and the folly of living as if there is no God. Yet it does not leave us in despair. God looks down, he judges the oppressors, and he will bring salvation and joy to his people. The psalm calls us to humility, to seek the Lord, and to place our hope in his restorative works. ultimately fulfilled in Jesus Christ, who saves from the corruption described here and bring the joy of restoration. May this quiz deepen your understanding of the text and strengthen your trust in the God who sees, judges, and saves. And if you scored so low, there is no problem. You can learn more about the psalm on our prayer video, which is already on the channel. See you in our next video episode. God bless you.